Hello and welcome back to Live Laugh Lily Kincade with your host, your girl, Miss Lily Kincade. I'm so happy you're here. I cannot believe we're basically halfway through March, you guys, but it's actually exciting because that means we're closer to summer. I'm getting very excited. If you're in, I don't know all the countries that do daylight savings, but in the US, daylight savings happened yesterday on Sunday. So we lost an hour of sleep, but the sun now sets an hour later. So I'm just getting giddy and excited because now I can go to the sunset every day. I can go swimming. You guys, my grandma got me roller skates for my birthday. And not roller skates, because I know how to roller skate. I have roller skates, but roller blades. And one of my friends who's an amazing rollerblader is going to teach me. And I just can't wait to go up and down the beach boardwalk this summer and be roller skating as the sun sets, rollerblading. I'm excited. I'm excited to learn new things. And so in honor of it being, closer to summer, closer to spring, I thought we could do a little episode about spring cleaning because I am in the midst of my spring cleaning. I like to get to it early because by the time it's really hot out, I don't want to be stuck inside my house cleaning physically and mentally. I want to be ready to go. So I thought we could do that together. I'm going to give you a little outline of what I'm going to do. I've just started kind of doing it. So we literally are doing it together, but I'm happy you're here. And if this is your first time, welcome. It's just kind of, me sharing whatever I'm going through in my life. And I thought, if it helps one person besides me, then you know what? It's worth it to share it. Never be afraid to put yourself out there. Never be worried, Anyways, okay, we start every episode with a little quote. I have so many quotes about cleaning and just decluttering. And then I have a little kind of checklist thing we're going to go through that hopefully will help you. Okay, so here are some of the quotes about spring cleaning. Sweeping away the winter grime and clutter is like welcoming spring with open arms. That one was anonymous, but I like that one. The next one is by Marie Kondo. Who's the one I think she's the one who's if it doesn't spark joy, get rid of it. I don't necessarily believe that all the time because I keep everything. I'm so sentimental. I literally write songs because I'm so sentimental about feelings, but I do love being organized and I do like cleaning away the clutter. But anyways, okay, ready? The objective of cleaning is not just to clean, but to feel happiness living within that environment. That is something I stand by. You want your space. The outer world is so crazy, right? The outer world is so crazy. The internet is crazy. Everything is crazy. But you want your safe space, whether that be, if you live with a bunch of roommates, it may not be your apartment. It could be your car. And whatever it may be, you want to make sure that space is sacred and feels like a space where you can be present and you can be creative and you don't have to hide who you are or change anything. Okay, I have a couple more. The next quote is by Dondria B. Johnson. Hope I said that right. Spring cleaning isn't just for your home or just for the spring for that matter. Period. It's for all the time. Yes. So that's kind of what I have about spring cleaning. I'm trying to look. There was some other ones I found. Let me look. There were some other ones that were just quotes about spring that I liked because I've been looking up all places to see the wildflowers in California where I am right now, and it just makes me so excited. I'm so excited to see wildflowers. My name's Lily, obviously. I'm named after a flower. I'm, of course, a flower girl. I feel very hippie right now, too, with my little braids in. I did if you're just listening to this, I have little French braids in my hair. And it just makes me feel so summery, and I cannot wait. But okay, I have a couple more quotes about spring I want to share before diving into this little list. The first one is by Oscar Wilde. A flower blossoms for its own joy. The second one, Robin Williams. Spring is nature's way of saying, let's party. The third, Ralph Waldo Emerson. The earth laughs in flowers. The fourth one, spring is the time of plans and projects. Leo Tolstoy, which is kind of what I said. Spring is the time to plan. If you want to have a good summer, you need to prepare. You need to start preparing now, just all around. Declutter, move on, get everything together. Where flowers bloom, so does hope. Lady Bird Johnson. And let's see if there's another one. No, okay, this is the last one by Hal Borland. I love this one. No winter lasts forever. No spring skips its turn. You guys, you made it out of the hard time. And the spring is here. You weren't going to be in it forever. And I don't know. I've been, as I've been getting older, as we are getting older and growing up, I've just realized that nothing lasts forever. And before I used to only see that as I don't know, not necessarily like a negative thing or positive thing, but it used to just be like, oh, like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, like, yeah, sure. But now I'm like, nothing lasts forever. And that goes both ways. Now that I'm learning, as I'm getting older, I'm learning it goes both ways, good things and bad things. Nothing lasts forever. And so it's given me a lot of comfort because I know that, the bad times, they're not going to last forever. So just push through. Like if you can push through, eventually it will end. But then it's also kind of like sad and like nostalgic with really good times because I'm like, it's not going to last forever, but it's making me more present. And when I do have those joyous moments, embrace them, be present, get off your phone. When you're with your friends, when you're with your loved ones, when you're with your family, get off your phone, be present, and just really try to be there. Because yes, I always say life is long, but we don't know how long it is. Anyways, okay, this is getting on a big tangent. We're talking about spring cleaning today. So yeah, I hope those quotes were good. I've literally just started, like these past couple of days, I've been making my spring cleaning plan because sometimes if you just try to do it, like you guys have probably done this before too, but I always try to clean my closet like once or twice a year. And I remember last year I took all of the clothes out and it was a mess. Did I actually end up cleaning it? No. Did I reorganize it? Yes, but that's not cleaning. I literally just shoved everything back in the closet and it's still there. And I'm like, I can't even get my clothes out because they're all shoved in. Why didn't I clean it? So having a plan is much easier because then you're not going to do what I did last year. So I'm going to give you my little rundown. Write this down. Listen to this later. Come back to it. It's going to be a short episode today since I'm just going to like go over everything with you. But I like to start outward and then work inward because it's just easier that way, okay? It's easier. What's the saying? It's like a clean space is a clean mind. I think that's what they say. But the first thing I do is like, you're going to start with physical. So like, don't try to take on a whole house or a whole apartment. Focus room by room. So I want you to break it down and start with like your bedroom, for example. And then in your bedroom, you're going to be like, okay, do I want to start with the closet or the bathroom? Pick what you want to start with and start by section. So like do the closet, do your bathroom, do your like regular bed area or / like dressers and drawers, whatever. And the first thing you're going to want to do is like, I want you to go through everything and like transition, wash everything and transition. So like put away your winter clothes. And this is like opposite too. If you live in Australia or somewhere where it's flipped, you can get ready for the winter with me. But I want you to like transition everything. So sometimes I'll sleep with like a ton of blankets in the winter and I'll like fold them away, put them underneath my bed for the summer because I don't know, it just makes me feel good and I feel like a shift. But I'm going to like get out all my swimsuits. So get out all of your clothes, try them on, and it's going to be much better because you're not going to be like, oh my God, I don't even know if I have shorts. I don't know if I have this swimsuit. Try on everything. I want you to take an inventory of what you have, make sure you have things that make you feel confident and comfortable. I always say like, the best clothes are the ones that make you feel good, that are confident. And in the summertime, I often feel, I don't know, when I was younger, I feel like I definitely did struggle with like body image a lot. And sometimes I still do, but it's definitely like, as I've gotten to know myself more, like, and I've worked on my soul, it makes you feel better about your body. It's very weird how that happens, but I find that the more confident I am in myself, you don't even think about that as much. So I hope that gives a little bit of hope to people struggling with that. Because I know sometimes the summertime can be like very hard if you struggle with body image, but just know nothing lasts forever. If I can get through it, you can get through it. Anyways, but I'll like inventory everything. So I'm going to start with my closet. I'll start with my closet. I haven't done it yet either, you guys. I'm going to do it this week. I'm going to start with my closet. I'm going to go through everything, put away the winter clothes, the long sleeves, and kind of just like organize, reset. And then I move on to every section. So I'm going to do that. I'll do my bathroom. There's probably like makeup that's empty I need to throw away. Things like that, like declutter, clean, and then have a plan. Like I oftentimes will just donate things. In the past, I was like, you can sell things on Poshmark, you can give them away to friends, whatever. But I'm telling you, like, if you take a day to do this, even if you only have a couple of hours and you tackle a little something, you're going to feel so much better. So start with that. And then I like to do, like clean my space. I go through my skincare, makeup, just like clean the physical first, throw on a good album. Throw on a podcast, throw on something good. Can we talk about, I've been listening to Ariana Grande's new album, Eternal Sunshine, on repeat. It's so good. I've always loved Ariana Grande's songs, but I've never been like, oh my God, I'm a stan of the whole album. But this album did it for me, I think. This album did it for me. I'm like, we can't be friends. I don't have to just pretend. It's really good. So I've been like listening to that when I've been getting work done. But put on an album and I want you to clean. I want you to physically clean because we're going to tackle the hard stuff next. So after you physically do all your cleaning, the next step we're going to do is we are going to clean what we consume. So we cleaned our environment, our physical spaces. Then we're going to clean what we consume. So you can start with like, literally like if you have like old food in your fridge, throw it out, donate it, compost it, whatever. You're going to go through with like, okay, what TV shows am I watching? How am I spending my time? Who am I following on every single social media platform, and go through it. I know you can like end up following a bunch of people and seeing a bunch of things that don't bring you excitement and don't fill you up. And so like once or twice a year, it's good to do a detox and like change up and really be aware. I feel like we need to be so much more conscious. Conscious? Is that a word? Conscious? Conscious is a weird word to say out loud. Have you ever noticed that? Anyways, but when I say like we are doing this, I mean like us together. But I feel like it's good to be very like conscious of what we're consuming, and it's good to have like a check-in once or twice a year. So spring is the perfect time. So like I want you to go through your following, and I'm going to go through my following on every single thing and make sure, you know, it's all people that inspire me. I don't feel bad when I'm looking at these people's posts. I feel like their content or their, you know, whatever they're posting is helpful and is inspiring me. Then I'm like, great. You know, go through what books are you reading? How are you spending a lot of your time? Check your screen time. And oftentimes when I do this, I also set goals. So like I'll clean out what I'm consuming, and then I'll set goals like I want to make sure I only do this much screen time a week, or I want to read 1 book a week or 1 book a month, whatever it is. Clean and kind of filter and just assess the content you consume. So we did the physical stuff, then we did what we consume. And like the last kind of section is you're going to clean out what, like the inside of your mind. The inside of your mind. So it's like outward, a little bit inward, and now it's like super inward. So I want you to like really sit down with yourself. And if you're a daily journaler, this is already something you probably do, which I have a podcast episode about journaling, which you should go listen to if you haven't. But if you're not a journaler, I want you to just be a journaler for one day and do this. I want you to really dive in and try to write down whatever's been going on in your emotions. Eventually it'll come out. If you just write for 10 minutes, it will come out. But I'm like, is there anything, any insecurities that you have? Is there any doubts that you have in your brain? Fear of failure, fear of success? Is there any fears that you have? Is there any just like negative emotion or negative pressure that you've put on yourself in your head? Because it is the time to clean that. Like me, I was realizing, I was like, oh my gosh, I still have this fear of like me not being good enough. And I was like, oh my God, I need to work through that and process that. And like, you know, it's a daily battle, but it's really good to sit down around springtime and assess that and clean that out. Clean that out. If you know, if you're in a middle of like, not an argument, but if you're like, oh, like I need to like have a conversation with this person, or I need to apologize to them, I want you to do that as well. Because that's cleaning out our inner worlds. You want to go into this next season, physically and life, feeling really good, feeling very grounded, feeling clean, and feeling like you don't have any ties and anything weighing you down, so you can be really present in every moment. So that's my little plan. That is my little plan to spring clean. I'm starting this week, you guys, because it's daylight savings, and so it's lighter out, so I feel like I have more daytime. But yeah, I hope this helped you. I just wanted to give you like a little tidbit of what I'm doing this week, because I don't know, I love like living with the seasons and eating with the seasons. Like if you eat the food that's in season, I try to shop at my farmers markets and like local places as much as possible. 1, it's cheaper. 2, the food's better. And 3, it's just like, it's so much fresher. Like it's just so good. And then it's like so cool because a lot of times you can go to the farms where it's grown, which is so fun. Maybe I'll talk about that in another podcast episode. But yeah, I wanted to give you my little plan of what I'm doing to get ready for spring, and nothing crazy. I told you, it's nothing crazy. It's just normal, but I hope this can be helpful. And if it is, let me know. As always, please let me know any other podcast topics you want me to talk about / YouTube videos, because I feel like these are also kind of like YouTube videos. I do have a bunch of YouTube videos, but I like doing the podcast instead of just like, oh, here are a bunch of questions. I like doing them like little topics. That way people can find them in 5 years, in a year, in 10 years, in however long. But yeah, thanks for watching. Okay, to close it off, we have to say our affirmation. Today is a wonderful day. I'm confident because I'm a problem solver. I always have options because I choose to be optimistic. Today we'll learn something new, laugh, make a difference in someone else's life. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next week.